Well, for starters, right off the top, more space, because that way you don't have, you don't have a dedicated aisle for each. If you have a stationary bench, you have to have a dedicated aisle. So that aisle's there all the time. The aisle costs the same amount of money as the bench does, but the aisle doesn't make you any money. So if you put a rolling bench in, you only have just the one aisle. You can move the aisle. It can be on either side of the bench. So that extra space you were wasting before with an aisle, now can hold some plants. So in this bay right here, I think the net gain was about 180 trays extra in production. So certainly if space is an issue and profitability, I would say, rolling benches would be, would be a really good benefit.
As far as air circulation, it's easy to put a bottom heat under them, and in our older section of greenhouses where we have some metal benches, we're using a star radiant heat pipe that's putting hot water under the benches, and there definitely, if you have a pot crop on, you'd get more air circulation. Like with a crop of poinsettias where you were worried about mildew on the bottom part of the plants if they were sitting close together, where the benches are, are a little more filled in. That might be a consideration for some going towards benches, metal benches.
Yeah, good aeration under the bench. So as far as the plants aren't sitting on like a wet, wooden, rotten bench, they're sitting on, clean, sterile, expanded metal. So you get really good air circulation under the tray. Good root, good air pruning on the bottom of the tray. And, the other added benefit would be just the longevity of how long the investment will last. I mean, the rolling benches will be here for a long, long time. Wooden benches in a greenhouse don't last very long. So, usually you can get 6-7 years. And then the benches are so rotted, you have to replace them. You have to spend all that money on, manpower to build the benches, get rid of the old ones, put new ones in. You have to buy the lumber, and then you're right back to square one with a dedicated aisle that's costing you the same amount of money as the bench. So it's a long-term investment, but it's one that I know will pay off.